Hey guys, how's it going? This is Eric Sheffield and Garrett Lamb.
Hello.
We're about to do some commentary on our trailer for Hatchback and let you guys know how we made the movie and share some little stories and
Fun facts.
yeah, stuff like that.
Hopefully, you guys will find it amusing, or you might learn something,
Or informative. So,
or some one of those things. Would
one
be
of them.
great.
Either one, or probably both. Let's do it, Garrett.
All right, let's roll this thing. Here we go.
This is Lambfield Pictures, ladies and gentlemen. This is our new production company. It's a combination of our last names, Garrett Lamb and Eric Sheffield. And
It's that simple.
I wish I had. I mean, you got the first name in there. Garrett.
Yeah. Well, Field Lamb would be a
Congratulations.
little weird, but I guess it could still work.
Field Lamb, Lambfield, Landfill, whatever. Keep playing.
All right, let's go. No, don't record that. Here we go.
Have you ever noticed that hatchback
There's
over
Erickson.
there?
All right.
Erickson Just. Okay. So this is a view from my rooftop. This is a place, this apartment that I've lived in for 8 years. Garrett used to live in it. This is where I met Garrett, actually.
I lived in this place first, and then I brought Eric in under my wing, taught him everything he knows.
Yeah, totally. It's kind of like a flop house. It was a rotating rent, no lease, Craigslist. It's like in the movie. It's just Craigslist rotation, revolving door of characters
And you drew the short straw.
every time. And I took over the apartment after that, and we've been shooting stuff in it ever since. This is a view of the street
From the roof.
from the roof, and that's our hatchback, our beloved hatchback. It was $300. It broke down the first night we got it. We had to get it towed to the location, to my house.
So it's been an adventure from the beginning.
Yep,
And that's how we got our humble beginnings here.
that's it.
All right, well, let's play the rest of this thing.
Yeah, it's
Roll it.
been there for a few
Ah.
months, I think.
This is a fun shot. Oh, go back. All right, so this was one of my favorite shots that we got, just because it kind of really showcased guerrilla filmmaking in its element. You know, we made do with everything we had to work with. The lights the street lights above us were sodium, so they were really, orangey, rich orangey color that has all been replaced since. I mean, now they're all LED and white lights.
So if you notice the light in the background, that's an LED white light that's been replaced, and the light that's behind us on camera that you can't see was also LED white light. This is the only sodium light that was still on this block, and it happened to be exactly where we wanted to shoot.
Exactly where we wanted it. Played perfectly into our. We had a blue and orange theme that we were trying to go with for this movie. Real original, I know, but anyway, it played perfectly into our
that light
plans.
placement was serendipitous.
serendipitous. And also serendipitous was
Where the camera is.
which was on a giant dumpster because the house behind it was getting demoed, so they were just trashing this house and putting it all in the dumpster. And at the perfect time, this thing was filled to the top with junk, so I thought it made the perfect camera platform.
Right now, the camera is on a pile of garbage on a construction dumpster. We had planned on getting some kind of crane or something, but we didn't need it.
This is a poor man's crane here.
It was worked out perfectly.
There was actually a big spider that crawled on me
Really?
during this shot. It crawled up the tripod, and luckily I wasn't panning, so I didn't have to have my hand on it, but it was walking down the handle, and I was just eyeballing this thing the whole time, not really paying attention to the shot, more concerned with the spider that was, encroaching on my territory.
Good
So
thing you don't have arachnophobia.
I kind of do.
All right, moving
But
right along.
all right, let's move along to the next shot here.
Some weird girl is inside.
It's Larkin Bell.
That's what you get when you have good street parking.
So that Montana license plate, go back to that Montana license
Yeah.
plate. I got that off Craigslist. No, I got that off Amazon from some vendor.
eBay,
eBay. Yeah, maybe it was eBay.
one of the three.
That was the only license plate on the car. I never got it registered or anything in the car. So one time I left it out, and I got a parking ticket, and the guy put down that license plate, and that was that.
That was the end of that. Never went any
It
further.
was a prop, so we never got permits. That's a theme that we probably shouldn't advertise too much, but
But it's okay. We already shot the movie.
I guess they can't do anything now.
Yeah, come and get me, Copper.
Yeah, none of this movie was permitted.
No,
Completely guerrilla.
guerrilla style. All right. What else we got here? Oh, cool. Computer's froze again. That's been a theme today.
Just back it up a little bit.
That's what you get when you have good street parking.
So those ghosts on the car are by an artist named Amber McCall. Go back to those ghosts. You can find her on Instagram at @thunderpost. She kind of was an early inspiration for the story. We used to date, and she had that car, and she moved into that car after we broke up, and lived very close to that same exact spot on the street for a little bit of time, and it kind of inspired the story in my mind. It was a cinematic idea. So a lot of her art is in this film, and a lot of her production design, a lot of her clothes for the main lead character that Larkin plays.
So is this life imitating art or art imitating life?
It's a feedback loop.
Yeah, it
kind of
is.
imitates itself, and then it creates art, and then art creates life, and it just goes round and round. That's what I realized.
There you have it, folks. That's how we shot this movie.
That's right.
Street parking.
Constant feedback loop. Alright.
It's like a beacon for transients.
I mean, like, what's a girl?
Our street is really a beacon for transients. That's Will Gum. That's the actor Will Gum who says that line.
He's playing Mahoney, a
He's
good
from
friend
Texas.
Mahoney.
Mahoney was an old roommate that we used to have. He's still a friend of ours.
Lived at Scum Palace.
He was a quote machine. He made a lot of quotes, a lot of quotables. And,
A lot of notable quotables.
So we wanted to. He was another inspiration. You know, all of this was true life inspiration.
Yep.
And the beacon for transients, it's true. There's a lot of transients on our street because we do have good parking. So
That's all you need is,
in Los Angeles, that's all you need. People live in their cars.
yeah.
So
You got an RV, you got a
because
car.
the rent is too damn high.
Come to LA. Live on the streets. Rent free.
Yeah,
That's the message.
get your dreams.
I mean, like, what's a girl who doesn't seem like a drug addict, living all the way from Montana, living in her 88 Hatchback?
So this was really fun, actually, to shoot inside this car.
Yeah, right.
Um,
Really bad
sarcasm.
convincing.
Yeah, this shot especially kind of gives you a little bit of the scope. We're shooting on a really wide angle lens here. It was a Tokina lens. If you guys ever shoot on DSLR, you probably use this lens or know of it. It's 11 to 16 millimeter lens, 2.8 fixed aperture. This is the wide of the wides. Great go-to wide lens for any SLR. So we adapted it with a Metabones adapter to the Sony FS7, which is the camera we shot this on. And anyway, that allowed me to get right up in this tiny little car. My feet, I'm pretty sure, is in Erickson's lap. You just can't see it. And I'm a big guy. Fitting in this car was
That
no
car is
easy
like
task.
a go-kart. It wasn't even a car, I don't think.
Yeah, I think we could have rolled it probably
We did roll.
lighter than actually rolled it over like a cat, like
We
cow
did,
tipping, but like
yeah.
hatchback
We could have lifted
tipping.
it. It was tiny.
yeah.
It was hard to shoot in. It sucked, honestly.
I got a lot of cramps shooting in this car.
Yeah, it was a lot of work, and I'm glad we're done shooting in that car.
I as well, but I will, forever hold on to that memory of a
Remember
tiny
that
car.
back?
That back pain.
Yeah, my back pain.
You're following with your health.
So that's funny. You shot right
So,
there.
well, go back to that.
Yeah, let's go
is
back.
This is a brothel. Not this shot.
Oh,
This
that
right
shot.
here. So this is a real brothel from like the 20s in downtown Los Angeles. I got a connection with some film locations down there. It's just an empty building. Don't worry about the time. It's an empty building, and it was a real brothel, and they just filmed the what was it, the American Horror Story and some other things. They just do filming in there.
Oh, that little old show.
Yeah, just that little show. And we were lucky enough to get hooked up with it for free. And there was another production going on that day, like a legit gigantic show, shooting all outside of here. And it was loud, and people didn't give a shit about us because we were like 8 people deep, and we were. Just
They were about 40.
Yeah,
something
no,
like
they were
that.
like 50 or 60. We were just this little production, and
They could have shut us down at any moment if they
they
wanted
could
to.
have, but they didn't want to mess with this.
Yeah,
And
they recognize raw talent. And
yeah,
saw it.
they know what's going on. And I was about to get Hurricane Eric on them. And then, but we had to work around
Worst
them.
hurricane
We
ever.
didn't know anything about that. But anyway, it was a beautiful location. It was really creepy. And
Gorgeous. Look at
weird.
that.
And that's production value, people. That's
That
how,
is.
that's how you do it. And
You call friends.
that's Hollywood. You get to meet people and you get connections. You get hookups.
Call friends, ask favors.
And the next shot is also.
All right, I'm gonna move
Search the
on.
shelters.
That's
and
That's it. That's the
emergencies.
inside.
That's the inside. There we go.
Oh,
So did you have a fun time
so
last
this is the
night?
D&D.
Ah, yeah, this is great right here.
We love the D&D. Look at that
Oh,
girl
there it is.
on the wall.
This is down the street from our house, which is where we shot 75 to 80% of this movie.
Yeah.
It's within a 3-block
It's been
radius.
like a walk. We didn't want to go far.
Yeah. Well, we luckily we live in a pretty cool area, and we learned to love and utilize what we had around us.
Right.
But
The
this
key to
is
independent filming.
that is the key. Keep it simple, guys.
Use what you have.
Use what that's it. So anyway, we've been wanting to use this location for a long time, and we finally got to. So
So did you have a fun time last night?
Yeah, actually.
I
You like that shit.
I do like that shot. This was a where is there it is. So I actually had to get on top of this car and shoot straight down. Literally my toes were hanging over the edge, and the tripod feet were halfway on the roof, halfway off, and the camera was pointed 90 degrees straight down, and we were able to get this shot. So we actually have a BTS photo of me on top of this car, and I actually thought I might crush this thing while I was on top of it. But anyway, we got the shot,
That's a
and
great shot.
I like it. Nice little balance of colors there. You got the blue and the orange.
Yeah,
The
I
whole
like,
theme we were going with.
yeah, I like the color. Like we planned the clothing almost.
Yeah, we did, Eric. We planned everything.
Yeah, we planned every detail.
Yeah,
of this
every
movie.
single detail.
None of it was,
Blue car,
Yes.
orange light,
None of it was
blue
left
sweatshirt,
to
orange
chance.
sweatshirt. Come on, I mean, this is like
That's true.
this is what we do.
Yeah, you're right. I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually. I met
Get out
a
of here,
really
Owen.
interesting girl. I think I'm gonna help her find her dad.
Ever since
So this is Barrett. And this is my
This
character
is
in the
Barrett.
movie.
Barrett is loosely based off of Garrett.
Sounds
I wrote
familiar.
the character after Garrett. So Barrett is like the older dude in this like bachelor pad.
Wait, so I was the older guy?
Yeah, to me you were
Oh.
when I met you.
Oh, that's right. You were a little young buck.
a couple years older, and so you're the older dude with the gnarly stories and always acting crazy and drinking and
I was what?
and
That
chasing
does not
chicks.
sound like me at all.
And that's what Barrett is in this movie, and just a little exaggerated.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks for that, Eric.
Played by very talented
How all you
Tim
do?
O'Leary.
Ah, here we are at the bike path. Where is it? There it is. This is one of our favorite staples of recreational activities by our house.
Yeah, this is Bologna Creek Bike Path
Lone
in
Creek,
Culver City,
Culver City.
and
We searched all over, far and wide, for this location under the bridge.
yeah, we needed a bridge for where the elusive Dr. Gangrene lived, and this is the spot we found. We're very lucky to find it near our house
Yeah.
for free. For 2 days, we shot under this bridge without any hassle.
Shh. Don't
No.
tell nobody.
It's fine.
Don't tell anybody.
I'll tell the world. I don't care. I got my movie in the can.
That's right.
You travel around the city on all these little adventures.
There's Dr. Gangrene.
What
Oh,
about
too
us,
late.
man?
Ah. Oh, damn it. This program is giving me a hard time here. All right, here we go.
Look at
This is
that
a fun
wave.
day. Yeah. This is hard because Eric and I are surfers.
This was a
And
rough day.
there was
In
a
a lot of different
big.
ways. This was
yeah.
a rough day in a lot of different
This is a
ways.
very challenging
We
day.
didn't even eat lunch this day.
This is a very challenging day.
Very extremely. There's a
One, there was a huge swell running, so all we could think about was going surfing. And
I wasn't really thinking about that,
I
but
was.
I was a little bit.
Eric was actually scared. He thought the waves were too big, so
Here's
he
the
didn't
thing.
want to paddle out.
I couldn't
Right.
handle those waves in those rocks, especially. But there's an extremely high tide. Where they're sitting right now is underwater in about 2 hours.
Yep, from the
That was
shot.
the toughest part about that day. So we started shooting the scene right here, and then all of a sudden we got swamped with water. All that spot was underwater, and we had to move down the beach and find some. We had to drive a couple miles away and find a new spot
Yep, and fake it.
and fake it.
And we, as surfers, and we knew that the tide was coming up,
Yeah, we just decided to ignore it.
but we decided to ignore it. And well, let that be a lesson. Do not ignore Mother Nature.
We thought we'd get away,
She will always win.
always. So it was fun. We got swamped a few times.
Yep.
I just want to know what the hell's
So
going
this
on.
is
yeah.
this is another great location we got for free called Love the City. It's in Culver City. It's a thrift store, and there's David in the background shopping for shoes.
He's wearing your hat too.
Yeah, well, a hat similar to mine, but
Wow.
he's the guy that works there, and he hooked us up, let us get in there on a Sunday and shoot, and he has a little cameo. He steals some shoes.
He does some funny stuff in this scene.
Yeah, I just paid him.
And look at Larkin's face. She's really selling that irritated eye roll.
Yeah,
I love
no,
it.
she does a great performance here.
Yeah.
And this is a great location. Give us a lot of production value.
Yeah.
What's going on? What is this all about anyway?
Oh, so that
Sunny,
location.
really your dad.
Go
Which
back to
one?
that cliff.
Yeah.
So we had to tow the car up. This is in Malibu, up on a cliff, up on a mountain.
Northern Malibu. This is actually by county
in
line.
Ventura County. We had to tow the car.
The car wasn't running, so
We rented a jack.
no, a trailer
A
from
trailer
U-Haul
from U-Haul. I had to rent
and a
one.
truck.
And a truck, and drive it the 20 miles up this mountain.
And this was a 14% grade that we drove up, which I don't. That might not translate, but it's really steep. It's like kind of crap your pants steep. And
It was hella steep.
I'm the only one who had trailer driving experience because I've had some boats, so I offered to drive, this trailer up there. And every turn was hairpin, and you're going at a very steep angle, and it was nerve-wracking. I was pretty
Yeah.
nervous the whole time.
And then he broke the trailer,
And then I broke the
and
trailer.
I had to pay for it.
Well, I told you to get insurance. I can't help
And
it if you're cheap.
I did get insurance. There's a $200 deductible.
Oh, good. Well,
Anyway,
This is Burger King.
Sunny,
We stole
really
this
your
shot.
dad.
no.
You know what?
Ah.
Maybe I'm ready for this.
Oh, missed it. Let's talk about Murphy's Ranch for a second.
So this is Murphy's Ranch.
There it is.
This is deep in the Santa Monica Mountains. It's about an hour hike in. You have to take a fire road, and there's no car access. We got lucky the first day. We hiked in, and then somebody got through the gate. A tourist drove down there. They weren't supposed to. They trespassed, and then they gave us
Give
a
us
ride
a
out.
ride.
We got our car. We drove back down, loaded ourselves back up. This location is it's from a former Nazi outpost from the 40s. Like these Nazis built these buildings down there, and now
Bunkers.
They're all abandoned.
If you will.
Yeah, it's a really cool location, and we went there twice. We went there 2 different days. One day we got to ride out, and the other day we couldn't get in, so we had to hike in, and it was brutal.
Yeah.
It was a hot day.
We worked our ass off for this
We hiked
location.
in very far, 4 miles.
Look,
But I
maybe
think
I'm
it
just
paid
not
off.
ready for this.
What is beyond you now? I'm invested in this.
Here's another location right by our house, behind the laundromat. We originally tried to shoot in this laundromat right behind this lady in the pink, and we got in there and didn't even roll cameras before we got kicked out. So we didn't want to give up, so we took the location on the outside and staged this little scene here. And where did we find her? She was off like Craigslist or something?
We gave this actress $20. She's from Craigslist. And
Yes.
She played Holmesburg. She was great. I
That's,
recall her
that's
name
a
at
good
the moment.
good $20 spent though. She was pretty awesome.
Just so crazy. Oh my gosh.
There's the bridge.
That was underneath the bridge. That was our. We had the scene set for 2 days.
yeah, we had to come in 2 different days and build that whole set. We built the box and everything and the structure, and then at the end of the day, we took it all down and brought it back the next day, and yeah, it's a lot of work.
Well, that really sucks for you, Wyatt.
Oh yes, I can.
Okay, so
There it is.
So
Because we have a car that doesn't run.
this car actually wasn't running here. It's movie magic. How is it running, Gary?
This is movie magic. We had a ratchet strap, which you can actually see in the left-hand corner here. That was our extra ratchet strap, which we didn't notice when we initially did this VFX shot.
Oh, don't point that out.
Well, you know, the people deserve to see this at this point. It won't be in the movie. It's in the
If
trailer.
they've stuck this far in this
Yeah.
commentary,
There's a little Easter egg for you. But there was another ratchet strap attached to the car.
it's being pulled right
It's
now.
being pulled by my truck, which is just out of frame to the left. And
This is in Malibu on that
this is, yeah.
on that hell day with the tide coming.
Yep. Richie helped us out this day. He was driving the truck. He got a little trigger happy with the gas pedal at first,
He
and
broke one ratchet.
snapped our first ratchet strap, which is the one that's in the left corner there. And the other one is actually attached to the car, but through movie magic and visual effects, our boy Mike Wilkinson was able to remove that, and no one would be the wiser.
Yeah, so I think it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Now you guys know. Cars are-
Now you know.
And I guess that's it. And that's also the title at the end is from Amber McCall, the artist. I spoke up earlier. She designed that title. She'll be designing other titles in the movie. But yeah, that's how we made the
Oops.
film.
This shouldn't be here.
That's us stuck in the car.
Yeah, well, this is
For our
the
Indiegogo.
Kickstarter Indiegogo video, but
But
that's a
well,
different
if you
video.
guys are still tuning in this long, we thank you. That was a lot of fun. Can't wait to do it for the whole movie. But yeah,
Well,
contribute.
if you watched, thank you. If you've contributed, thank you. And if you haven't, get on that because
Or just share it at least.
or share it.
Get your rich friends to contribute.
Yeah,
Even $10 is awesome.
I'll take a quarter. You guys want to throw a quarter at it?
Well, a quarter would be good.
All right, $1 minimum,
$1,
but okay,
maybe
you get the idea. Couch change.
All right, guys.
All right, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for supporting our project, and we'll see you on the next one.
On the flip side, take it easy.